I know that there are questions regarding Sephora and other Sephora matters that you still need answers to, and I've seen all your comments and the questions you've left me, so I'm here to answer all of those in this Q&A, so let's get into it. Hey YouTube, welcome to my tube. I have seen every single comment and question that you all have left me, and I have accumulated them all into a little note on my iPad, and I'm here to answer all of them for you today. Every comment, every question that you've commented on my videos, I will be answering for you here, especially if it's a question that I haven't answered in previous videos. And even if it is, it will all have the answers in this video. If there is any other questions that I didn't see or that maybe you didn't get a chance to ask before I made this video, please leave me a comment in this one and I'll make sure to make a second Q&A if I have enough questions. If not, I'll respond to you directly. But let's get right into the questions. Okay, so the first question I have on here is how I recommended products to clients when I first started. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when you first start and you get out on the floor, it is so nerve-wracking and so scary because you really don't know what they're going to ask you. And of course, you really haven't had a full moment to go through every product or learn every brand or even really know where everything is in the store. So the first thing I'm gonna suggest is definitely when you first get out there, make sure you learn at least where all the different brands are. That's a key step in being able to recommend a product to someone, because once you know the different brands and where they're at, then you're able to recommend a clean product or any other product or a similar brand or anything like that that would be similar to what the person is asking you for. As for when it comes to a specific product, this is why you have the app in your mobile device that's called Beauty Advisor. I use Beauty Advisor Assistant. I used Beauty Advisor Assistant a whole lot when I first started because, of course, I didn't have every product that we sold in my head, nor did I try it yet or anything like that. So my best bet was going to the assistants that can tell you, like, okay, these are the vitamin C's, these are the glittery eyeshadows, these are the peach lipsticks, or anything else like that that the person might be looking for. Another great recommendation that I can give you is also just asking in the walkie to your fellow coworkers that are there that day. Everyone always has some sort of product in mind that they're able to recommend to you. I've done it before, even now that I've worked there almost a year. People that have worked there longer than I for like 5 years plus have done it. So it's not something to be ashamed or embarrassed of. I promise you, when someone can think of a product or a brand that carries that product, we are going to find a way to get it to the client. And if Beauty Advisor Assistant isn't cutting it, then the next best option is asking your coworker, and I think that's really the best way of doing it. Another great recommendation for that is also when there's downtime or maybe you're just out there floating, looking and learning, I would definitely take a moment to like go through every aisle, every section, every brand, and just look at their products so that you know what's out there, what each brand has, what they're able to sell to their clients, because there are brands that to this day I'm still figuring out that they have certain products that I didn't even think of. The other day, a quick example, I was actually cleaning Glossier while I was at work and I saw that they had a cleanser. I had no idea that Glossier even had a cleanser, and yeah, maybe someone spoke about it on a social media video or something like that, but I for sure had no idea. So little things like that will help you learn the different products that the brands sell, and that's just a great way when you're getting started. There's also no pressure when you're first getting started being on the floor for recommending products, because the people around you, your coworkers, know that you're new, so they'll be able to help you, and they're willing to help you also because they've been there and they know what it's like. So don't feel pressured if you don't know a product immediately when the person asks for it. You can always ask them, like I mentioned before. My next question is, am I a beauty lead or a regular associate? I am a regular associate. I'm a beauty advisor, so I'm not a lead, I'm not exempt, I am hourly pay. So there's that. My next question is actually, how much do we get paid? I know it varies per location. Location, state, and all of that gets factored in. But I think the lowest would be 15. I have seen some people say they got 14. So 14, 15 lowest, I think. And then highest, I believe, is like 22, 23. And though the higher end will always be more so for exempt, leadership, management, those people will always get the higher end. Everyone else will fall either right before that or somewhere in between that. So did I have to go through a makeup round? I did not have to go through a makeup round. The only people that do go through a makeup round when doing their interviews are the LBAs. So you go in, oh, not my light. Hold on. Just quick disclaimer, if there was a change in lighting, it's because my little light that I always have on top of the camera died, but here we are. I might actually like this lighting more. I don't know. And while I'm on the disclaimer, really fast, if you're interested in this makeup look, it will be coming out for my birthday, the 24th. And I'm pretty sure this video will be already up. So make sure you subscribe so that you can check out the tutorial for this makeup look. And also go ahead and follow me on social media because I do share the looks that are coming out in advance. Because of course I make little TikToks and post about it. So yeah. Quick little intermission. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Did I have to go through a makeup round? No, the only people that go through makeup rounds are the LBAs, and that's because they will actually be doing makeup on clients when the clients come in. So they have to show that they are able to do makeup to management. Everyone else, you're not going to be actually doing a full face on anyone when you're on the floor. The most you'll do is like little patchwork and like see if the foundation matches or the concealer or the blush or anything else like that. But you won't be doing a full face for someone. So there is no need for a regular beauty advisor to do a makeup round. Additionally, the LBAs are estheticians, or for the most part, they have some sort of license. So they do have to, you know, show off their skills. But to answer the question personally, no, I did not go through a makeup round. Okay, the next question is, what is the policy on tattoos and piercings? I don't think there is a policy. I have tattoos, my coworkers have tattoos, my coworkers have face piercings. I have ears full of piercings. So there is no policy as far as I know. And when this video is being made, if there is a policy made in the future, then that will come out when that happens. But as for right now, they hire anyone, no matter of your tattoos, piercings. I think the only way that it would matter, or if you wouldn't get the job for a tattoo, is if it is obviously discriminatory or anything of that matter. Then there's obviously a chance, and most likely you would not get the job, but only if it's a discriminatory tattoo. Aside from that, everyone has tattoos and piercings, and that's if the tattoo is visible, I think also matters. So yeah. So the next question is how to apply for Sephora. So there's different ways of applying for Sephora. I know you can go through lvmh.com and go through the careers. There they will show you the different brands and stores and all that fall under LVMH and their positions, which of course you can filter for the specific store and location. And the other way is actually through jobs.sephora.com. They're going to show you the different positions specifically for Sephora and the different locations. Either route works, either one will get you to the application. So those are the different ways to apply to them. I know some people have tried going in store to give a resume. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think it depends the store. So that one is kind of iffy, but definitely through LVMH or jobs.sephora.com. Also, if you just search Sephora jobs on Google, it'll show up. It'll probably be like the first link that comes up where and that would be jobs.sephora, where you'll be able to apply for your positions. What's the difference between LBA and BA as for job duties? So LBAs are licensed beauty advisors. So like I mentioned earlier, they will have some sort of esthetician's license, cosmetology license, some sort of license that gives them permission to touch people's face and do their makeup, do waxes, do facials, do lip treatments, different things like that. And then beauty advisors, we do not have to be licensed. We just solely work retail in a way where we're only there to recommend products and do small patch tests and stuff like that. And I know some people that aren't even comfortable touching clients in the face and will just hand the product off to them. So we really don't do any hands-on stuff, I suppose I can say, with the clients like the LBAs do. As for duties, the LBA does have to focus on the skincare studio and the makeup studio. They have to care for it, clean it up, make sure their brushes and all the tools they use are clean, and making sure that the area is neat. Make sure they tell management about anything that they need. If maybe they need a new product that just came out and they know that people are going to want to use it. If they need anything to clean the area, to clean their brushes, to disinfect, all of that is the LBA's job. The beauty advisors solely focus on the floor, the back room, and kind of like the main duties, I guess, at Sephora. But the LBAs will also do that along with focusing on the actual clients, doing their makeup, doing skincare, making sure that area is clean and all that other stuff. And that's pretty much the difference, I think. I don't think they do anything outside of the ordinary, aside from those things I just mentioned. The next question is, what are the hours like? So everyone can choose their own hours. I know that when you're applying, it's a big deal to have most availability, because that way they are more likely to hire you. Obviously, it's better to see that someone is available as much as possible than barely, especially when you're entering a new job. But if, let's say, you need a Sunday off for religious reasons, then you just let them know, like, this is one of the only days that I will ask off because I do go to church, or I have X, Y, and Z happening that day every Sunday, or anything like that. And then they will make sure that they give you those days off all the time. And then once you are part of the team, then you are able to change your availability in Dayforce, and you can also talk to management and they'll fix it in Dayforce themselves. But you can pretty much do hours however you like. And then as for the different hours for the stores, I don't know if all the stores open at different times. I think they do. My particular store opens at 10 a.m. and closes Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. and then Friday, Saturday at 10 p.m. And then the LBAs, VAs, management is all expected, well, not everyone, but some people are scheduled to stay to close, which means that when the gate closes or the doors close at 9 or 10 p.m. depending the day, then you stay an extra hour to clean up the store, put back products, kind of just get it prepared and ready for the people that come in the morning and for the clients that come in the morning. The next question is, do you need to be a makeup artist to work at Sephora? And the answer is no. A lot of people that work at Sephora actually have no makeup experience and no retail experience even. Like, this would be their first customer service job. And they don't care. I don't want to say they don't care. They don't necessarily look for makeup artists because for the most part, like I mentioned, you will not be doing someone's full face. If you want to come in with a full face, then you can, whatever a full face looks like for you. If you want to come in with a bare face, you can come in with a bare face, etc. Especially now because their policies have changed where the women don't have to wear at least 3 products, which used to be how Sephora was. You had to wear at least 3 products every time you came into work. But because they realized that they also sell skincare, they allow us now to come in without makeup or with makeup, or really however the person wants to come in. And they originally did it because it was unfair that the men that worked at Sephora, not all of them wear makeup, but the women all had to wear makeup. So to make it fair, they just put that policy in place. So you don't have to come in wearing a full face of makeup, so you don't have to be a MUA or anything like that. And if you do want to learn how to do your makeup like MUAs or influencers or anything else like that, you know, you can always learn through social media. You can ask brand reps, you can ask your coworkers, but it is not necessary for you to come in knowing how to do makeup at all. Aside from this, any skills that you need for the job, they're going to teach you. And if you're concerned about like needing to recommend products but not knowing about products because you're not a makeup artist, don't worry. We get trained on all the different brands, on all the different products, how they work, what they do, all of it. So that all comes in training, which there's also a video on all of that. I'll link it here, and also my playlist, which is all about Sephora, will also be linked somewhere on the screen. The next question is about the Sephora discount. Is there a discount? How much is the discount? There is a discount for Sephora employees on standalone stores. It is 30% off any product and 40% off if it is Sephora collection. I know for Sephora and Kohl's it's a little bit different. I think theirs is like 15% and then they get 15% in the Kohl's store as well, or something like that. I can't really speak too much about that one because I don't work at a Sephora and Kohl's. I work at a Sephora standalone store. So that is the discount that we get. And also if there are red stickers with like 20% or something like that, sometimes we are allowed to combine our employee discount and those discounts. So it'll really be like 50% off a product or anything else like that. It's a really good discount. Sometimes, not always. The next question is, can I redeem my birthday gift outside of the birthday month? The truth is you can. The only issue, and we really mean this when we say that, the only issue is that if you redeem your birthday outside of your birthday month, it's going to take it as the birthday for the next year. So let's say I forget to redeem my birthday gift right now in February. When, let's say I want to redeem it in March, it is going to show the employee at the register, this person is redeeming their birthday gift outside of their birthday. Is this what you want to do, or something like, is it okay? And then we put yes. And if we put yes because you obviously want it, then it is going to take your birthday gift from next year, and it will continue to take it from the following year up until you eventually either forget to get it and then just get it on time, or it's just gonna keep going. Like, you're just gonna keep taking it from the following year, if that makes sense. So let's say this year there's Makeup by Mario, Laneige Summer Fridays right now as gifts, and then next year there's something else I want. I'm gonna be able to get it, but I'm gonna be using it from the following year. I hope that makes sense, because I'm trying to explain that as best as possible. I also want to mention that it depends what store and who's at the register that is going to give you the gift or not. Some people are very strict about not giving the gifts outside of your birthday month. Some people don't care. Some people will tell you about that policy of like, you're taking your gift from next year. So it really just depends. Not everyone is going to give you the gift. I wouldn't come in expecting everyone to be like, okay, yeah, like here's the gift. So just keep that in mind. And the last question I have written down is it true you can get samples of any product? You can get samples of any product that is out. We do have a limit of little sample jars that we can give. It is 2 to 3. So 2 of either the same product, or 2 to 3 of 3 different products, or anything like that. I know sometimes people come in and they're like, oh, you can give us samples, but the reality is that we do get in trouble, because obviously the more products you want samples of, the more time it takes from us, from being with other clients and doing our multi-world baskets and selling and all this other stuff. And also, of course, if I give you 500 samples of the same product, then eventually there's going to be nothing in the tester for the next person who comes in to test it. So there is that. And then also I do want to mention, the only way that we can give you samples from a tester is if it's a pump or squeezable, or even sometimes a scoop. Like if it's a powder, sometimes we have to, you know, pour it and then scoop it into the little jar. But nothing else that's like comes with a wand or anything like that. We are not allowed to give samples of those anymore, and we don't give fragrance samples either, because we don't carry the little testy, the little sampley jars for the fragrances either. So there is that. And as for samples at the register, sometimes we really don't have samples at all, and sometimes we do. But if there is a very long line, it is very unlikely for us to go out of our way to grab a sample or tell you there is a sample, because it obviously takes time for us to go and pick up the sample and pick out which ones and all of that, and then give it to you, and then still finish the transaction and get ready for the next person. Like, it is a lot, especially when the store is busy. So sometimes even if we have, we'll tell you we don't, and sometimes we really don't have, and that's just the way the Sephora world works. And that is all the questions I have for this video. Like I said earlier, if there are any questions that I missed, or anything that maybe wasn't clear, or anything else like that that you'd like to leave me a comment for, please go ahead and do it in this video, and I will make sure to get back to you either through comment or in a future Q&A. And with that being said, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.